hard down the ground. That's a lovely shot, and that's gone for 6.
I think that, yes, it's going to be tough work, but if you get an opportunity, grab it with both hands.
Enjoy the test match. And to all of you at home.
Aidan Markram at the top of the innings for Tony de Zorzi.
Recently, Hassan Mahmood into his 7th match. Here we go. Oh, right on the money. Love that. Getting that line going, first ball. Oh, just flicked it off his hips. It's gone away, racing away, but that was not the most convincing looking shot. Gets back and punches it. What about that shot? Oozing with confidence.
Yeah, vintage Aidan Markram.
Nicely behind that, eases it through the covers. Delectable looking shot, races away to the boundary.
Slog sweeps and does it really well. That's a good shot. First bit of aggression and it goes all the way.
And that's a top shot. That is a top shot. He's not going to make him settle around. That's for sure, because now both the batters understand the fact that this is such a good batting surface. You got to grab it with both hands. That is a beautiful shot. Yeah, conventional. Yeah, and it's gone.
Beautifully crashed through the offside.
Short arm jab. That should go all the way to the boundary, or does it just top? So yep, this might be pulled up. Oh, we'll probably have another look at that.
I think we don't need to check it. I think that's brilliant bit of fielding. I think that's nicely played. The key to it is the placement behind square here on the leg side.
Hurry down, just put the ball away. As we mentioned, wide open spaces. 2 fielders trying their best. Oh, uses the feet, and it's up in the air. Thank you and goodbye. Just chancing his arms, and straight away they're going to have a little look whether it was a bum ball or maybe.
Just rock and roll once, please.
After scoring 33, it's
Tristan Stubbs, the new man.
Reversing. Getting quite a bit of bat on that one. It's racing away to the boundary.
Full and nicely played. Cracking stroke from de Zorzi.
In the early stages. Even pegged back slightly. Oh, goodness. Is there an opportunity?
9.30 overs before this delivery, and just 18 runs were accumulated by the South Africans. This is what does lead to these kind of shots.
Ah, is that it? That's a back foot punch. Well predicted, Sean Pollock.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure for all those around the world watching this broadcast that you haven't seen a boundary for a while, so I just thought I'd...
Oh, edged and gone through the gap. Oh, well, not through the gap, it's through the hands actually. And incredible. I thought that was initially that had been taken, but it just burst through.
Dish made.
Catch it. Going for the reverse early on, was not too far away from Mahidul Onkon, running away towards the boundary. Shadman slides and probably does recover.
Every time you get close to the boundary, umpires just want to make sure. Oh, that could be 4 runs. And this is a good piece of umpiring just to make sure that the batter gets the full value of his runs there because of how close the fielder is there. And rightfully, that foot on the wedge and the hand on the ball.
Charges down the wicket. That is a spectacular shot from Stubbs.
Yeah.
Comes down the wicket. Takes it on a half volley. Few bounces to the ropes. For 4.
For him.
That's what.
And not so either for Tony de Zorzi. That's beautifully played. See, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what colour the cricket ball is Tristan Stubbs, if he identifies it, and he does this easily.
Yeah, if he gets going now, then trouble. More trouble for Bangladesh. Lovely use of the feet. Didn't bother to run because it sails over the boundary ropes for the maximum. Beautifully played.
There's a long on it. Goes all the way. Just a little use of the feet now as he closes in on that magical number.
Yeah, it was in the previous over that we saw Stubbs going down the wicket and hitting down the ground. This time it's Zorzi. Yep. Picks it up nicely and whacks it away on the onside for another maximum. Into the 90s now. Lovely use of the feet. And then it did pick the turn, playing with the turn.
He sweeps well, and Tony de Zorzi has a test match 100 for South Africa.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Over the moon.
Comes down the wicket, gives it a hike, and does clear it for a maximum. Going for the reverse, was a bit away, but gets it in front of square, and I think he's got enough to reach the boundary. Comes down the wicket, catch it is the call, but that one has enough to cross over the fielder's head.
It's a little bit of a strange one because he was very defensive and then decides to pull the trigger and he's not there. I think this was supposed to go wide mid-on and just carries on with the arc. There's a fielder back there. It's the biggest side of the boundary. It's at least 70-odd meters to carry. But he's backed himself, and as it makes contact, Pro thinks, okay, that's enough. That's good. That's going to take it all away. But it was straight over the field. It was on the boundary. But
Nicely done. Threaded the needle to a nicety. And off it goes to the boundary. This time he gets it past the fielder. The infield, that is the century. What a marvelous one it's been. He's been patient, he's been resilient, he's been choosy with his stroke making, and it has been a magnificent effort from Tristan Stubbs. There he goes again. It's going to find the boundary this time. He's played it fine enough in the crowd here. Oh, got him. Ball that kept low. Tajul Islam strikes.
Tajul, and it's got through the defenses. Just a little bit quicker. Slides, and I think it's off the bat. With the bottom edge onto the middle stump. And eventually, Bangladesh are rewarded for their patience. They eventually found their second wicket, much to the disappointment of Stubbs. But it has been a fantastic innings from him. 106 of 198 deliveries. South Africa right at the Q end, which meant it went on to the stumps. There's David Beddingham's career.
Cautious.
13.
Or circumspect, and it's up in the air. He wasn't very cautious on that occasion. Used his feet, and the ball eventually trickles across.
Unwell.
Pick the bones out of that one.
What a shot, David Benningham.
Oh, what about that? So as the light fades, South Africa decide it's time to put the foot down.
You think to yourself, perhaps it's time to be a little bit conservative. No. Down the wicket, frees up the offside. And I tell you what, it's a really good shot. It's right to the pitch of the ball with that bat. Gives himself the room of staying leg side.
Beddingham says, I'm happy to take you on, sir. And he has nailed that. A big one to end the over. There is a new ball now available for Bangladesh. It's 304 for 2. I think South Africa are scoring far too easily against the spin. End of the over, 307 for 2. So you join us with South Africa on 307 for 2, and the umpires have decided that the ground, even though we'll be a few overs short tonight, Ed Rainsford, 9, but this is a day that belongs to the Proteas.
Yeah, sure does, as the umpires take the reading, and the reading that they'll get right now will be the one that they will use for the entirety of the test match. But focus on Tony De Zorzi, 141 from 211 deliveries. From ball one to the very last delivery of day number one, he's been out there, drenched in sweat. Well appreciated by his teammates, and an innings for him that he will cherish because of the harsh conditions and how he's gone about getting his first Test 100. A day, as you said, has been dominated by South Africa.
As much as the day's favoured, or the conditions have favoured the batters, the overhead conditions have been what is challenging. Very, very hot. Tristan Stubbs is 106, his first maiden Test match 100.
With bad light bringing an end